Dobro večer, sretan vam Dan nezavisnosti Bosne I Hercegovine.
Back in 1992, Bosnia and Herzegovina held a referendum and won their independence. Then, on the very same day, the war began. It's no secret that the early 90s were a super difficult time for this region of Europe, with a negative reputation rippling out across the continent. So Sarah and I travelled to Sarajevo to explore the city, learn about the past, experience the culture and food, and ask the question that's on everybody's lips. How well has Bosnia recovered from the war? And more importantly, should Sarajevo be your next European destination? So actually, in preparation for this video, we went on a walking tour around Sarajevo this morning so we could learn the history and know what we're talking about. This structure here is a fountain, a water fountain that does actually provide fresh water to the city, because this used to be the center of the main market of Sarajevo when it was under the rule of the Ottoman Empire. And there's a legend where if you drink the water from the fountain, you'll return to Sarajevo. You gonna do it?
Oh yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna return to Sarajevo.
Yeah, I can feel myself returning.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
This tasted like return ticket.
Yeah, it's magic water. As it turns out, a 250-year-old fountain isn't the only thing to do in this plaza. Right beside it, crowds of people come together for a peculiar wildlife experience, feeding the Sarajevo pigeons. So, naturally, we had to join in. I think you might have to go deeper.
I think the people are interested in the food. Look.
Oh, there you go. No, you got to go deeper.
This is such a underwhelming moment because actually yesterday when we were here, we just opened our hand and they were jumping on it. But today, which is Saturday, there is the lady with the food. And I think
there's one.
Smart.
There's one.
Oh, yesterday we even have them on our head.
Yeah, you got one. You got two. So apparently this is one of the must-do things in Sarajevo is come to the pigeon plaza and play with the pigeons. Like many cities across the world, Sarajevo's Old Town used to be organised by profession. There was Cobbler Street and Locksmith Street, to name a few. But over time, most of these professions died out and most of the shops ended up closing.
And this one is the only surviving one, which, as we can see, is the Copper Street.
The reason that this street survived is basically because of tourism. So as we walk down, we see all these copper cups, which is used predominantly for Bosnian coffee, which our tour guide said is the best coffee. Sarah's going to put that to the test later. But they also have tons of bullets as well, and he did say to us that some of the things are factory made. If you look at them closely, if they look identical, then they're factory made, but more of the plates and the cups and stuff that are all made not identical, I don't know what the opposite is, they're the ones that are proper handmade copper here.
What you will find there are so many bullets around, and our tour guide today was like, it's true, it's the war, but it's also a very part of the history.
I had a saying that you really liked.
Oh, I really love it. So, wait, I need to read it because I cannot remember. Bullets are part of the history and coffee is part of the culture. What really impressed me is that Islam they only sell here things. There are still the elderly that are actually creating these handmade, and it's just beautiful because maybe what you're gonna buy it's something that someone just built a couple of hours before.
So this was the stall that we came to earlier, and this right here is the casing of a bomb, and it was one of the bombs that did drop on Bosnia during the war. And our tour guide had another good saying. He said, when life gives you bombs, make vases. So I suppose that's one way to recover from the war. I love how the streets here are very reminiscent of I want to say Ottoman architecture, but some people might get annoyed at that, apparently, according to one of our last videos. So the Ottoman era style, I suppose, is a way to put it a little bit better, maybe. I don't know. The streets are very narrow, the shops are very beautiful, made of wood, and it feels like an old town.
But I feel it's also super interesting to see how the towns transform. Like before, we were into this Copper Street, and now suddenly we are on another road which is filled with restaurants and cafes and bars.
So we're basically retracing our steps that we took on the walking tour this morning, but to avoid getting a bit too monotonous, here are a couple of our favourite stops, starting with Sarajevo's iconic town hall.
But there was a very fun fact about it, that the architect was paid to design it when he was not here. So he had no idea how Sarajevo looked like. So he designed, and after a few years it was built. And during the opening celebration, he was flew here to check it out. And when he arrived here, he realized that despite is a beautiful building, it's like a punch in the eyes because it has nothing to do with the landscape of Sarajevo. In fact, it's very Middle Eastern vibe, while here in Sarajevo we are literally in the middle of the mountain, and it was very interesting. I wonder his face when he arrived here was like, what the fuck did I create it?
And this city is actually beautiful. And it is a lot more modern than I considered it to be. I think it's more modern here than it definitely is in Tirana, which is where we just came from.
100%. It's crazy because before coming here, I expected a lot of like brutalist architecture. But actually, there are so many different bridges around that connect the different parts of the city. Huge trees that protect us from the sun, amazing architecture, and overall the city is stunning. Like I wouldn't expect that at all.
And then, while walking along this riverbank, Sarah spotted the first sign of war scars here in Sarajevo.
I don't know if you can see it, guys, but up on that building, there is tons of bullet hole, and it's because back in the days, there were people just going around to shoot because there was civil war.
Apparently a lot of the buildings have been fixed and a lot of the bullet holes have been filled, but in some places they've left them there as a reminder of the war and sort of like a lesson for the future. Sticking with the same somber theme, we crossed over the Latin Bridge to the other side of the river to check out a spot that is arguably the location of the most influential event of World War I. You may or may not know the story of how World War I started, but actually the catalyst happened right here in this spot in Sarajevo. I won't go into too much detail, like you can look it up, but a short story is Archduke Franz Ferdinand was assassinated right here on this corner in Sarajevo, and the dude that did the assassination stood right here and the car was right there and just got him in the neck with the third shot, and World War I ensued after that between the Austrian-Hungarian Empire and the Serbs, and obviously it ballooned into a big world war. But hey, this is a very momentous spot for history.
It's crazy that if you just walk around the city without remember that there was war here, you won't really realize that there was war here, but then you just suddenly walk around and you find bullets.
By the way, we're literally retracing the footsteps of the tour that we did this morning, the walk-in tour. So if you want to see this entire tour in more depth when you come to Sarajevo, we'll leave an affiliate link to the exact same tour that we done down below. Daring to veer away from the walking tour route slightly, we entered the Gazi Husrev-Beg's Bezistan indoor market expecting a super busy Ottoman bazaar. I expected it to be more crazy like the bazaars that we usually go to.
But it's very quiet. There is some music on the background, but not too much, and it's not busy. Yeah.
It looks very, very clean.
Yeah, it's
and
like
not chaotic. With neither of us currently in need of a fake Gucci bag, we kept this visit short. However, as you walk out and go to the left, you end up deeper and deeper into Sarajevo as it expanded as a city outside of the original Ottoman Empire. And there's a line here that Sarah's going to show you. It says Sarajevo Meeting of Cultures, and that's because this way looks more of the Ottoman sort of era, and then this way is more of the Austrian-Hungarian era.
Here is like being in Vienna, and then you cross the line, and suddenly you're in Istanbul.
The city is so busy today. There are crowds of people everywhere.
There are even some panels that say be aware of pickpocketing, and I didn't really realize it before because it was quite empty, but now you can really understand why.
But these days I think pickpocketing is probably the only thing you have to worry about in Sarajevo. If
like
you're
a
thinking about
sport.
coming. Sport. Speaking of sport, Sarah's favourite sport is eating candy, and this shop across the street kind of sidetracked her for a few minutes.
Can I have something from here?
You can go inside, have a look.
Is the
Davy Jones.
Davy Jones? They're right, not tasting, like I'm very tempted, but no. I think I fancy something colorful, but you know what? It feels weird because the last time I've done something like this, I was maybe like 10 years old. Okay, I'm gonna get one of these that's, it looks like sea lices.
What?
Strawberry, spicy cherries, are the sour stripe, but I think they are too basic though. But it's okay because I like them. I have a question. Do you have any very Bosnian candy? Okay, don't worry. Thank you. Jawbreaker. I don't think it's one of them. I think they're illegal now. Okay. There are not many things, but I feel like if it's so empty, maybe it's because you don't share them with me.
I'll have a chocolate egg.
You want a chocolate egg?
Yeah, I like chocolate egg.
Okay.
Okay, give me my chocolate egg.
Here you go.
It's almost like it's Easter in October. Oh, it's hot. Oh, that's like a huge mini egg. Oh, that's delicious. Not too far away from the sweet shop is Liberation Park, a small green space where friends meet up to chat and the elderly play giant chess. However, we wanted to share a couple of interesting stories that we learned on our walking tour. So, I don't know if you recognize the Bosnian flag. It's up there, it's facing the other way at the moment. It's the blue-yellow one with the white stars. When Bosnia won its independence in 1992, the original flag before it was Austro-Hungarian was the white one next to it. And then when they won their independence, they were like, oh, do we go back to that flag or do we need a new flag? And nobody could decide because there are 3 ethnic groups in Bosnia. You have the Serbs, the Croats and the Bosniaks, and they all needed to be represented in their flag equally. And so the UN gave them, like, I think you said a year and a half to come up with a new flag, and no one could agree on a flag. So the UN gave them this flag, the blue one, and said, this is your new flag, congratulations. So actually, a lot of people in Bosnia don't even like their own flag.
Personally, I prefer the old flag as well.
Please just bear with me. One more quick fact, because I found it really fascinating on our tour. Over there is the main Orthodox church in Sarajevo, and the tops of it are now made of copper, but they used to be made of lead. But apparently during the First World War, the Austrian-Hungarian Empire tore the lead down because they needed the lead to make bullets, and then after the war they were replaced with copper. That was just a fun fact that I really enjoyed.
Great business.
So I remember seeing this in someone else's YouTube video, but I completely forgot about it, and we've just stumbled across the Eternal Flame in here in Sarajevo.
It was light up in 1946, right after the Second World War, and what I will say though, there is a beautiful flame in the center of the city that reminds me all the victims of the war, and it should be a great memory that such a bad time should not happen again.
Kind of a juxtaposition. I think up there are more bullet holes, which is kind of crazy because obviously this is to represent and memorialize the people that died in World War II. Just for there to be another war in the 90s, and that stark reminder of that war has been left on the memorial for World War II. Those bullet holes aren't the only thing left in the city as a memorial to the Bosnian Wars. All over Sarajevo, you can find the Sarajevo Roses. 30 to 40 of them, in fact, that symbolize where artillery shells hit the city during the 4-year siege.
This that we are watching is actually where the bomb landed back in the war, and the red symbolize all the blood and the death that the bombs caused. It's just insane that literally right here a bomb exploded and killed civilians.
While we were standing here, this local Bosnian lady came and started chatting to us about the Sarajevo Roses. Really, it's a shame that we can't understand her, as we can only imagine that she has some stories to tell about living through the war. If anyone watching this is Bosnian, reach out to us. We'd love to send you this clip and find out exactly what she's saying. Either way, we're super grateful she took the time out of her day to come and chat with us. So we're here outside Sarajevo Cathedral, or like the Cathedral of Sacred Heart of Jesus. This cathedral sustained a lot of damage in the early 90s because of the Bosnian Wars, and most of it has been renovated and restored, but they've decided to leave this area here on the bottom left of the front of the cathedral, where they've left the bullet holes, and damage is here from probably a bomb of some sort, just as a reminder of what was going on, to remind everyone today, and probably to memorialize the people that were lost during those wars. Alrighty, that's enough doom and gloom. Let's do something fun. Apparently Bosnia and Herzegovina are rather high on the coffee consumption index, something our tour guide was rather proud of. So it only seems right that Sarah gets a steaming hot pot of Bosnian coffee to try. Guys, it's really hard to see from this camera, but over there, I think that's the first ever sign I've ever seen that says smoking is allowed.
I read this morning that I need to stir it slightly on top. Now I'm gonna pour the coffee in this little glass. It smells like coffee, but not like espresso. It's more light coffee. Okay.
Sugar in mouth first, then coffee.
Actually, it's very nice. It's a very unique experience because, of course, the coffee is hot. So every time I take a sip, even if it's a small sip, the sugar in my mouth is melting, and I'm swallowing hot coffee and still granular piece of melted sugar. You wanna try?
No.
You need to try.
No.
Maybe you need to try.
No, okay, fine.
Ryan doesn't like coffee.
I really, really hate coffee. Like, it's the demon sperm.
Sip.
No, it's horrible. It's disgusting. I don't know how vile humans drink that crap. I am never letting Sarah pressure me into drinking coffee again. But she did want to show off some supernatural foresight.
Good afternoon. Welcome in the divination class. I am Professor Trelawney.
I later learned that she actually meant Professor Trelawney. I mean, come on.
And today we're gonna learn to read the teacup. My darling, what do you see in this teacup?
Sludge.
My future is bright.
With whatever that was out of the way, I also get to have my own mid-afternoon treat, which comes in the form of an authentic Bosnian pastry dessert.
So don't forget, please.
No, my bag? No, I won't. I'll put it here.
Because too much people forget.
Oh, they leave their bags here all the time, do they?
Put down and
then
just go.
Don't worry.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So our guide from earlier, he took us past this shop and he said this is one of the most homemade, authentic Bosnian baklava. Okay, so he did say that you should just be able to cut it straight through. Oh, it's a little bit more difficult than I expected.
They're always quite chunky together.
I mean, the only one I have to compare it to, I think, is the one that we had in Ohrid. So, that's so sweet. It's simple, but it's citrusy and very, very sweet. It's very nice. This one is the original baklava, so obviously we had to try the original. This other one is a special baklava. It's tubular, and apparently it's filled with walnuts. So, let's give that one a go. Kind of looks like a sausage roll in sweet form. That's so good.
Is it?
That's really good. It doesn't really taste very walnutty, but it's like a really creamy, slightly nutty, almost like nougat inside. Mm-hmm. It's absolutely delicious.
This is very, very nice.
Yeah? Happy with that?
Yeah, approved.
So we just popped back to the apartment for Sarah to pick up a jacket because we're going to go to one of the best places in the city for sunset. And every time we walk past the apartment, we come past this wall here, which was the first sign after we arrived in Sarajevo of the war, just right here in some random street.
It's crazy because you pass by, you're like, what happened to this wall? Someone just throw eggs or rocks at it, and then you're like, oh, damn, no, there was a war here.
It's those
Crazy.
high projectile eggs that made such big holes in the wall. We're heading up to the Yellow Fortress, one of the best places in Sarajevo to watch the sunset. But like all good sunset spots, it's above the city. I'm hoping that by the time we reach it, I can currently see up the top of the hill, there will be somewhere to reward us with a beer. Sarah convinced me that she knew the route without following Google Maps, until... What happened?
I have a very picture memory, but we took the wrong turn.
Okay, we took the wrong turn, did we? That picture perfect memory.
Yeah, I think we can just go.
The scenic route we're going, are we?
Yes. It was planned.
Luckily, we were only a couple of minutes off route, and soon...
We made it.
Yeah, I think we made it. Oh, there's definitely some sort of cafe. Hopefully it serves beer.
It's definitely filled with people, so we definitely won't have a prime spot. That's beautiful. It's getting very beautiful, like golden light, and there is a smoke coming out from the city. So it looks like very misty as well. So a viewpoint to be here now.
We can truly believe that the Yellow Fortress is the best sunset spot in town. We could see across the entire old town, spot minarets from the mosques, and even see the skyscrapers on the other side of the city. But while admiring this incredible view, disaster struck.
The fridge miss beers.
Oh.
So what do you want?
I don't know if I want to stand here for the next hour without beer. That doesn't sound like fun.
We can like stay here for like 10 minutes and then start to walk down maybe?
Yep, let's do that.
Yeah. We're kissed by the sun.
My name's Sun. Making our way downtown, walking fast, because we're hungry, and we have one more Bosnian staple to try here in Sarajevo, which I'm gonna hand you over to Ryan to explain. Okay, so the mystery dish is cevapi, which is kind of a basic dish. It's kind of like, I don't know if this is pita bread or a special Bosnian bread. Someone can let me know down in the comments, but it's bread with these tiny little barbecue sausages. And our guide said, although it's probably the most popular Bosnian dish to try here, which is why we got it, he said there's definitely like better barbecue options, but I feel like we can't come to Sarajevo and Bosnia and experience the culture without trying this cevapi that everybody seems to be eating on the street. I mean, it smells really good. Like, I don't know if you're supposed to stuff all the sausages in and then just eat it like some sort of like Bosnian burger, but I'm gonna try with a knife and fork first because we have been provided them. Oh, that's really juicy.
Is it?
Really succulent. It's basic, but I think it has all the flavor you need. I mean, as a Brit, I might put ketchup on it.
I was thinking that.
But this is really delicious.
Okay, let's go. It's nice, yeah. It doesn't taste super much. It's kind of bland. When you said that it's a lot of flavor, I would expect like spices.
It's very salty, very good meaty flavor.
Yeah,
but it's
I
not
agree.
dry at all.
I like it.
Our guide said the only spice they use in Bosnia is nicotine. So we just finished our dinner and we were just chatting, and on second thought, after you finish the entire plate of cevapi, while it was absolutely delicious at the beginning, by the end of it, it just got a bit samey, and I think like something that would fix that for me would be like some cheese or maybe like a selection of sauces to go with it. It's just grilled meat in bread.
For me, it was more like the taste of the meat. I think it's a type of meat that I don't 100% like it, the second flavor that comes about. I don't know which meat was it, so if you know which one it is,
Yeah, I don't know.
let me know. Yeah, but often it happens, right? Like you try something and you're hungry and the first bite it tastes delicious. And then when you keep eating, you're actually tasting better the flavor in itself, and you're like, oh, maybe this is not my fave, but still, it was nice.
Cheers! So the last delicacy of Bosnia that we need to try is a Sarajevsko, the local beer here. Of course, we can't come here and not try the local beer.
It's sour, but
Sour.
light at the same time, in a good way. I'm
Almost
not a
was in my
great
mouth.
beer reviewer.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It's not sour, but it's quite hoppy. It's quite strong.
Citrusy.
Citrusy. But anyway, that's the end of day one, guys. We have a big day tomorrow going up into the mountains to see something really cool. So cheers to that, and we'll see you in the morning.
Good night, guys. This is for you. Cheers.
Welcome to day 2 in Sarajevo. While we have plans to ride the cable car and visit some wild abandoned structures above the city, first we want to take you to do laundry. Yes, laundry. Because we found a rather unique spot to get it done.
I see a hammer and
A sickle.
that's the sign.
Sarah found this laundromat on Google Maps. When she saw it had a 5-star rating, amazing reviews, and 12,000 followers on Instagram, we knew we had to check it out.
Bravo, hi, good morning. Oh, you're listening inspirational thing. That's good. Nice to meet you. Thank you. I texted you yesterday if it was possible. Thank you.
This is one of the most unique laundrettes.
Well, we heard on Google Maps that this place is worth coming even if you don't want to do your laundry.
Yeah, but you have laundry. That's
We actually have a lot of...
a bit of a traveler myself.
Oh,
yes. What's your story?
I'm American. I left the States and I was traveling and I ended up here. Bought a laundry, I like history here too.
That's so cool.
I studied history, I have a degree in Russian history, but I hadn't really studied much about Tito before I came here, but like when I came to this region, then I started learning about it, and people really still like respect him. And
It's definitely unique.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you're the first person that I saw having this type of laundry. Like, congratulations,
why not
it's
make it
amazing.
political, I think work is political, so why not make it artistic and inspire people. And I want to show kind of a socialist idea of worker ownership, where the work people talk about socialism, but they don't know what it means. The worker owning all the machines, and I can make all the decisions. And it's I want to model that. And that's what it was like in Yugoslavia. Also, there's so much trauma in this city, so much people don't talk about this as much as they should. They focus on like all the genocide, but there's also like, history that's not traumatic. There's history that's positive that we should remember. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. We'll catch you later.
I would have never ever thought about finding such a laundry shop decorated in such a way.
So it's now 10 a.m. and Sarah found some interesting looking Bosnian food for us to try. But all we've seen is this picture. So first, we need to figure out what they actually are. What are these little things?
Yeah, they're made of flour and meat.
Okay.
It's like burek, but it's traditional food made by hand.
Oh, amazing. And what meat's inside?
Beef.
Beef meat. And what's the sauce they put on top?
Sauce, we put yogurt and yogurt garlic.
Oh,
You choose what you like.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Now on with this new information. Let's taste test these little balls, which are actually called mantilla. It looks delicious.
I'm gonna let you do the honor.
It smells delicious. It kind of looks like sausage rolls covered in yogurt.
And hopefully it tastes better than Greg's.
But, you know,
It's
pissing
hard.
people off.
Sorry, guys. My personal opinion. Yeah.
It is better than Greg's.
Is it? Well,
It's really hot, fluffy pastry outside with the really warm beef mincemeat inside.
and with the yogurt, it goes perfect.
I think the garlic one would actually be better,
Might be.
but you didn't want it.
No, it's too early.
Sufficiently full of mantilla, we were heading towards the cable car when we came across this sign for a museum, and from the outside it looked super interesting, so we decided to go in and find out what it was all about.
There is no person.
And you can pay by card.
What?
That's insane here in Bosnia. But honestly, we were not prepared for what we were about to experience. I don't exactly know what's going on. It's definitely full of really cool stuff. It's giving me flashbacks to that tunnel we were in when we were in Gjirokastra.
That there is everything everywhere. And it looks kind of a shop, this as well.
It turns out this museum is the old home of a Bosnian couple that survived the siege of Sarajevo. They've managed to keep memorabilia and letters from that time, as well as set up different installations within the museum to convey the feelings of the people of Sarajevo during that 4-year siege.
They're the bills they were paying to pay for the natural gas during the war as well. That's crazy, I never thought about it. How can people pay gas while there is a war? Where are you going to pay for the gas? I mean, you go outside of the house to the office to pay and you get shot. Hands-operated water pump for filling water. Going for water, it will take about 5 kilometers. 7 dangerous streets where the snipers shoot and kill must be crossed. 50-liter water has to be carried back home. I plan to spend a minimum of 6 to 8 hours on going for water. Chance that everything will work out? Question mark. Maybe I won't make it back, but I had no choice. I think there are some situations sometimes that are very hard to process. I never lived this type, the war ever, but imagining those people, just to survive it, to get some water, they have to go through hell and back. And they don't even know if they will go back. It breaks my heart. And now we are into the house of survivors. That's crazy.
And all of that is Sarah literally still right next to the entrance. There is so much in here to see. So according to this information here, everything on this middle shelf, so the coffee beans, the pasta, the flour, canned beef, rice, sugar, etc., everything here was meant to last people 15 to 30 days on rations before they could get more.
We're gonna enter a bunker. This is actually a bunker that was on the front line. It was disassembled and reassembled here. I know it was small, but I didn't expect it to be this small.
It's tiny.
It's very tiny.
Well, that was a surprisingly heavy detour for this morning,
This was heartbreaking, honestly.
but I recommend it.
I 100% recommend it. The thing is that when you hear history is a thing, but here you can actually walk inside the house of someone that actually was living there while this was all was happening, and even just seeing like the diaries of kids sharing about the war, the way that they were living, how they're even like trying to collect water is, I don't know, it hits me very hard. Let's go to the cable car.
Okay, moving on to less heartbreaking activities. We bought ourselves a return ticket for the cable car and climbed aboard. Our
We have
own
a
one.
private...
Cable car.
Yes. 1, 2, let's go!
The view from the cable car over Sarajevo is insane. You can see right over to the other side of the city. And like every good boyfriend, I had to tease Sarah a little bit.
No, stop it. Stop it.
Then, before we knew it, we arrived at the top of the mountain. So we've made it to the top of Trebević Mountain, I think it's pronounced. And there's a ton of stuff up here to do, including like hiking, lots and lots of hiking, to be honest.
Yes.
However, we're up here to see a couple of things that have been abandoned over the years. What are you doing? What are you doing over there?
I'm there. Where am I now?
A pig.
It's so beautiful. Like, so from here we can see all Sarajevo and over all the cable cars that now are getting busier and busier because I think people are starting to come up. And it's just a beautiful autumnal day of October.
So after a 20-minute walk, we've made it to our first stop up on the mountain. So this is the Bistrik Tower and it's up here abandoned. I don't know what it was for. I don't know why it's here. And I don't know why it's abandoned, although I could probably guess as to the war.
I'm wondering if all those holes are
I reckon they are bullet holes on the wall there.
You think so? Yeah. Should enter.
Yeah, let's go inside.
Yeah. Wow, it has definitely been used for some spray artwork that didn't turn out very well, apparently.
You're going upstairs?
I am not sure. If you want, you can go up there, babe.
Okay,
I
you
can
film
tell
me. I think.
I think you're not gonna reach anywhere. Well, keep going. I'll tell you. You'll see why.
Hi.
Hey, how's the view from up there?
I'm just kind of hoping they don't collapse more than anything. This is what I'm seeing from up here, which is kind of cool. But as you can see, I can't go anywhere else.
Oh, maybe this was a toilet because it has this type of...
Splashback.
Yeah. Yeah.
And this one is a different time of splashback.
Baby.
I reckon this one is the actual Bistrik Tower.
Honestly, I won't
Go in.
go up.
All right, I'm gonna try the stairs and just hope that they hold. I don't know how far up I can go.
No, baby, don't do it.
I don't know how far into this floor I'm willing to go. Obviously, there's graffiti in there. Oh, there's more stairs. I don't know if this is stupid, but I think I have to try. Sorry, Mum. Ooh, I mean, there's graffiti up here, so theoretically, should be okay. I made it to the top of the tower. Hey, baby.
Wait, stay there. I mean, not that you're gonna go anywhere, but this is the perspective that I see, Ryan.
Hi. I don't know if this is a good idea.
I don't think so.
Do you know what? I don't know if I can safely recommend that you climb up into this tower as well, but it is a great view from here. You can see all the way over to the city. It is absolutely stunning, and it's kind of one of those things where I'm like, well, if I'm going to be here, I may as well climb it. With the Bistrik Towers done, we only have one more thing to do today to finish off this video, and that is
Walk all the way back up on the abandoned bobsleigh track.
In 1984, Sarajevo hosted the Winter Olympics, and they built this $8.5 million, 1.3 kilometer long bobsled track.
Very smooth entry into the sled. In the sled much quicker today. 6:57, their time, still off the pace.
So I'm actually standing on this bridge at the moment, and this is the end of the bobsled track where it goes back uphill to slow the racers back down again, which is insane, but I'm gonna go down and join Sarah. But during the siege of Sarajevo, the track was used as an artillery position by the Bosnian Serb forces and was unfortunately damaged. So now it remains here for visitors to walk up and down, and is one of the longest graffiti canvases in the world.
I'm waiting for my ride.
Oh yeah, what's that?
My bobslide, man.
You walk back up the hill.
Yeah.
At Actually, against all odds, it wouldn't take Sarah long to meet her bobsled man, or luge man, shall I say. I was going to say, you practicing?
Yeah, I'm. Next week I'm leaving for my competitions and trainings. So.
Oh, no. Oh, really? Actually?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Cool. Where are you going?
Latvia, Germany, Austria, Italy.
That's sick.
Quite a lot of countries.
That's amazing.
And, yeah, this is the team I get support from as well.
Okay, it turns out this is Mirza Nikolaev, a Bosnian luge athlete that represented Bosnia and Herzegovina in the 2022 Winter Olympics and plans to qualify again for the upcoming 2026 Winter Olympics.
He said he's gonna go to Italy, Germany, France, and everywhere. So we were joking. I was thinking that some random dude was just playing around here, but he's actually doing this professionally. That's so cool.
If I had more time, I'd give it a try.
Oh yeah, oh
We're
no.
actually doing tours here.
Oh yeah. Oh really?
Here?
What, here?
Yeah. I started doing it this summer.
Yeah.
And people go from here, they'll learn how to go down the track, how to
Yeah.
sled. Who can try is everybody from 8 to, well, the oldest one was 62 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, they go from here, they have 3 runs, and then easy step by step.
You start going up a little bit.
Yeah, they go up. For those who I assume are kind of scared, they go from top of this corner. It's still about 30, 40 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
And then for the braver ones, or for the, you can call it crazier ones, they can go from higher.
Oh, amazing.
Ones, and then they can go up to 50 kilometers.
That's crazy.
But it's like super friendly towards beginners, and the goal is to teach everybody that it's
That's
actually
amazing.
safe.
Oh wow.
It's
so
actually
much
safer
fun.
than it looks like. But it's open from April all the way to October.
But are you playing like the Olympics or something?
I've been to the Olympics
Oh.
3 years ago, and now I'm currently preparing for the upcoming season to go potentially to the upcoming Olympic Games in Italy,
okay.
Milano. I'm the representative of Bosnia.
Oh, amazing.
Anyways,
Cool.
have a nice day.
Yep, enjoy your day, mate.
Feel free to come.
And thanks for talking to us. Yeah.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Have a nice day.
Gotcha.
What a random turn of events.
Come on then, in you come. Oh. Back into the bobsled track. So we're doing this a little bit sort of unconventionally. We are starting at the bottom and walking up to the top of the bobsled, but usually people come up the cable car and then start at the top of the bobsled and walk down to the bottom. So we've got a little bit of graft to put in.
Yes, we have about almost 1 kilometer to walk uphill.
The good thing about going up backwards is that there is nobody here apart from us. But I know once we get near the top, there's going to be people, because I saw it earlier.
Maybe it's you.
Me? Georgie?
No,
Merd?
the one next to it.
You calling me a shit?
Babe.
Oh, Lee. We're at the beginning.
Oh yeah. Here people were sitting down to cheers to the starters. Watching them
we made
cycle.
it.
Yeah.
To the top.
Mission achieved.
I guess the question is, has Bosnia recovered from the war?
I think that you can still see a lot of scar, a lot of wound, and I'm not fully convinced that people fully healed, but they show a lot of resilience. The city grew up to build strong, and they share a lot of the history through museum and stuff, but people seem to carry with their normal lives, so I can't say it fully, but to me, it recovered. Plus, Sarajevo has been voted the city #1 to visit in 2025 by National Geographic. It's a reader's choice, and this is making me so happy because you can really see how a city can actually completely switch the turn of events for them.
I do think overall it has definitely recovered. You know, it's ready for tourists. You should definitely come and visit Sarajevo and Bosnia. But I do love how they have left reminders around the city with the blood splats where the artillery's hit and the bullet holes in the walls and the museums. I think it's good to keep the past alive and learn from the mistakes so they're not made again. So yes, it has recovered, but it does still remind you. Like,
Catch you soon.
if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you want to see more travel videos, and we'll see you next week.
Bye guys.